Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm David Kamholtz. Don't tell anyone. Most of you just know me as Chappie. And this is my family. Of course, we've got 4 kids and my best friend and wife, Emily, there. Kids are a bit loud tonight. So since I was a kid, I felt drawn to being up here in the Cape. And we moved here about 8 years ago from central Queensland. And we just really want to commit our everything we have to Cooktown. So Em's my rock and my greatest support for me as a chaplain. Now, as a chaplain, I work for Scripture Union, and our vision at Scripture Union is to see each child and young person connected into community and serving others, just like here in the photo, raising money for Destiny Rescue, and also for them to experience the fullness of life. And the mission statement of SU is to bring God's love, hope, and good news to children and young people. So I want to come back to what I'm doing in the community a bit later on, but first I want to take on a bit of a journey on how and why I became a school chaplain. So the average life expectancy is about 82 years. That's about 30,000 days to find out what you're here for, how you're going to impact this planet. So I look back to the greatest times of change in my life, like when we had our firstborn, when we did some travelling, when even greater still, when we got married. But the most significant change that happened in my life was during upper primary school. Mum and I, we fought. We had an awful time in my upper primary school. I was a rotting kid. One night she didn't know what to do. She just threw a Bible at me in my room. Said, I don't know, go and read that. And she said the next morning I came out with a real change in my life. So that put me on a journey that I'm on still today. So when I was 20, I was working in the IT industry, and I got offered a great job. I could have stayed there, but I had this thing inside me saying, I want to do more. I want to have an impact in people's lives. So I took up this invitation to chaplaincy. I didn't want to get to the end of my life realising I'd been climbing this ladder that was leaning against the wrong building, if you know what I mean. I wanted to find my calling, and I haven't looked back in 11 years. Here, a couple of years ago, my family and I, we took off on a remote schools trip, and we started chaplaincy in 8 different schools. And some of it, even though it was an awesome building block for our life, some of the days were pretty miserable. Like here, where we got smashed by a tornado out in the bush. But we had it was an awesome time out there starting chaplaincy. But anyway, chaplaincy, it's all about relationships. And as a chaplain, it's my role to support students and families through grief and loss, to provide pastoral care to staff and students. It's also to develop leadership skills, social and emotional well-being, and to be a spiritual support. So for me, I'm driven to see change in the lives of young people when they start to uncover hidden potential in their lives. One way I love doing this is using adventure and the outdoor environment to build community and create challenge. So being able to walk beside students day by day is an awesome thing that chaplaincy can offer. So for me, it's seeing young people have their yes moment, when they feel that sense of accomplishment in their life that comes with conquering a challenge, that taste of change. And I follow a really old process where you take someone into a state of disequilibrium, where they feel out of their comfort zone, and where then I go on to build an emotionally safe community where you can teach persistence and trust and resilience and forgiveness. And when your group's ready, I can start to give them challenges or problems that they need to solve that gives them that feeling of accomplishment. So we have a saying that an unreflected experience is a lost experience. So I love teaching reflection. I love teaching students how they can reflect on their inner change in their life and then apply it to other parts of their life. And this is when I get to show them that they do have hidden potential. And just because they can't see what they're capable of doesn't mean that it's not there. So for me, I know I've hit the mark when the students can say, oh, I didn't know we could do that. I didn't think we were going to make it, Chappie, but we did. And I just love hearing those words when they can unlock something in them. So this is a shift of their self-concept, how they see themselves. And along with building strong community between parents and role models, it brings confidence and self-worth to the participant. And the relationships that form in the group become genuine and deep long after that I've been there. So I love to see when they can, when they doing things they've never done before, when they see the potential in themselves. So just just the other week actually, you might have read it in the paper, some strong men from our community joined me in running a fathers and sons mountain bike camp through PechaKucha. So these boys started each day with a reflection activity, and the first morning the verse that the boys read was about trying to take the speck out of your brother's eye before you take the log out of your own. And all of them had different interpretations of this, but one of them couldn't wait to share his thoughts with the rest of the group. And he said to the other boys, he said, we've got to stop fighting one another so that we can see the real beauty in each other. And that was his yes moment. For him, that was the point. He decided not to hop in the car again, but to just keep riding on. And he rode every metre of that camp. So, at night, the fathers shared their own significant life changes and thoughts on manhood. It was just such a rich experience for the boys, especially the ones that don't have dads emotionally present in their lives. Some of the boys were almost not going to come, seeing the challenge is too hard, but because of that sense of belonging and commitment to the group, they came and they rode every metre of it. So you could see the battle was being won up in here first, in their mind, and they went on the ride that 222 kilometres through the sand and bull dust roads. They made their statement that they do have what it takes and that they do have potential waiting to uncover. And that success that they were feeling in their body, it was all in here, you know? It was all in that body, mind and spirit. And I think that's where real change begins. So that's chaplaincy for me here in the Cooktown cluster. Thanks. Yeah.